Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to do two looks with the brand new Natasha bronze palette. Yeah, I haven't planned the looks out yet, so I guess we'll just, take it as we go. One look on each eye. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I will do a half cut crease on one eye, and the other eye, maybe I will do a halo look, maybe, I don't know. Well, let's just get started, and I'm going to decide as I go, I guess. To start off, I'm going to use a large blending brush. This is the Refer number 16. It's a big boy. And I am going to go into this shade Beach. Beach will be a nice shade, no matter which direction I go. So, okay, I did already prime with the ABH eyeshadow primer. And I have an eyelash under my eye. Okay, so I am going to try really hard to not block myself. Have a tendency to do that. So, okay, I'm just going to start. Okay, I am sort of bringing this color all the way in under my brow and to my lid, to my inner corner. It doesn't, if I end up doing a half cut crease, some of that will go away, but it's okay to have that there for now. I was afraid you wouldn't be able to see this color, but it seems to be showing up fine. So next I'm going to actually go in. Next I'm going to go in with the Sonia G Worker 1. Looks like it's this kind of brush again. You saw me use in the last tutorial I did. And I'm going to go into that deep cream shade Deep Dive. Now using the Wayne Goss number 4 brush, I am going to use the shade called Ridge, which is the mustardy type of shade. And I'm just going to blend out the edges of that. I got a little bit messy there with that one, but it's okay. I'm going to go back into Deep Dive again. And again with the Wayne Goss back into Ridge. I am just going to use brush number 16 again, back into Beach, and just sort of blend this area again. To do a cut crease, I do use a synthetic brush for this. This is a very flattened and curved tip synthetic brush. This is the Chikuhodo AF5. And this they have, I believe they have an entire synthetic line, but this is the only one that I have. I'm just going to take some concealer on that brush. This is going to definitely be a little bit nerve-wracking doing this on camera. Okay. So I'm just looking straight ahead. And I'm going to just put that line right above where the fold in my lid is. Look at all of that space. So that is how big my hood is. A lot of extra skin, and very heavy eyelids. Depending on allergies and how much light is shining in my eyes, they'll look either more or less hooded than other days, which is also annoying. I messed up just a little bit in that inner corner there. Not too bad for how nervous I am. For the inner portion of my lid, I'm going to use the shade called True Bronze. I am going to stick with this little brush to use True Bronze. And now I'm going to use the Smith 253 brush in the shade Rhodium. I'm just going to use my finger to sort of blend between the two shades there, Rhodium and True. And then I'm going to go back in with the Worker 1 and the cream deep shade called Deep Dive. And I'm bringing that over towards the blue shimmery shade. Okay, and then I'm taking 16 again and back into the shade Beach. Just going right above everything there. Now I'll just take some eyeliner. I'm going to use a blue liner on my waterline on the bottom. I actually really do not like that very much. Okay, scratch that. I am going to use gray on the bottom. This is called Desperation. Refer number 15 again, and back into the shade called Ridge. I'm going to use a smaller brush. This is the refer number 13, my lower lid. I want to use a little bit of a deeper liner up top. Okay, I just used purple. It's called Psychedelic Sister from Urban Decay. So I do have a little bit of fallout with this look, but here it is. Actually, I want to take a little bit more of the true bronze shade just with my finger and just bring that over a little bit further. There we go. This is really more of a topper type shade than it is like a high pigment shade, but it looked like it was the lightest in color, so that's why I went with that one. But I think if I were to do this again, I would choose a different color. I just wanted something really light and eye-catching. I like it though. I don't know. It's not my favorite cut crease that I've ever done, but I don't think it's the eyeshadow's fault. I think it's my fault. It's the shades I chose. Let's move on to the other eye and get started on that one. I'm going to go in with Beach again, refer number 16 since it already has Beach on it. Really try not to cover myself here. Beach? Man, these shadows go on very pigmented. Like they look so much darker. The shades look so much darker on my skin than I expect them to be from looking at them in the pan. That really can be a good problem to have though. Yeah, next I'm going to use refer number 1 and go into the shade called Suntan, which is this shade right here. Back with refer number 16 in this shade. The Builder Pro Sonia G. Looks like this. It's flat, but it's small. I'm going to go into the shade Magma. Again with the refer number 1, back into the shade Suntan again, which was the medium shade. I think I said I was going to do a halo eye, but I think I changed my mind and I just want to do like a regular eye look now. So I am going to put some glitter glue on now. I'm going to go into the shade Bliss, which is the one that has the green shift. It's like a pink with a green shift. Now I'm going to go back into True Bronze and just sort of tap this on the inner portion. Backing in with the Natasha Builder Pro in the shade Magma again. I'm dragging that over top of the shadows that I put down. No, it wasn't Refer, it was Refer 1. Suntan. Sonia G Smudger 2 brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Deep Dive, which is I'm going to use this as a liner. There really isn't like a very bright highlighty type of shade in here, and normally that wouldn't like really bother me, but since it's such like a very medium toned palette with almost all of the shimmers, it's just, I don't know, it is leaving me feeling like I am missing that shade, you know? So I'm gonna go into Alloy, which I think might be the lightest one, and just put some of that in the inner corner. I feel like I want to use something bright to like really make it look like a bright look. I don't know. This could be a mistake. But there's some pink in there, so I'm going to go in with pink. Okay, so there are both eye looks. Alright, so that's 2 eye looks with this palette, which brings my total to 3. I am starting to see a couple drawbacks with the palette that I didn't quite notice before. The shades are, even though they're different from one another, once you get them on the eye, the shimmers, it's really hard to see a major difference. I mean, you can see a difference, but I mean, I think, well, I mean, this one you can see a difference in those 2 shades, but what I'm noticing is the shimmer shades, there's not really enough variation of shade for the difference to be that noticeable on the eye. So if you do use more than one color, you really have to pick colors that are very, very different from each other, because it's not translating on the eye. The other drawback that I'm noticing with this palette is that there isn't a really, really bright shimmer shade or metallic shade, which that really wouldn't normally bother me, except for the fact that I'm not getting enough dimension in my look, and I really would like something bright in there to help with. It does offer decent depth, but even the light matte shades are really leaning more medium. I really am enjoying the quality of the eyeshadow so far. I just am noticing a couple drawbacks within the actual shade selections themselves. Quality is fantastic. I'm enjoying that thoroughly, and I will continue to play with this palette and make eye looks. I just, at this point, I don't know if I can say that this one has a shot in hell of, don't know if I can say that I think that this one will outshine Biba for me. Let me know if you like the looks that I made today. I'm gonna end this video now. I'd like to say thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you'll join me in the next one. Alright, bye.